welcome to another week, another video. Still feeling pretty poorly this Monday. I thought, or rather I hoped, I'd be feeling quite a lot better today, but I'm not. I think I might actually be feeling worse than yesterday. My throat is sore again, my glands are more swollen than they were yesterday and more painful. The pain in my sinuses is a bit better. It's down to the kind of annoying niggly stage, which is obviously way better than excruciating pain. I've also been really tired, so I haven't done anything today. I really haven't. I was supposed to have a therapy session tomorrow, but I cancelled it. I'm working through a lot of very difficult stuff at the moment, traumatic stuff that happened at the beginning of my illness, and I don't have the energy to devote myself fully to a session when I'm feeling like this, and I don't want to do a session half-heartedly because I just think there's no point in that, so I rearranged it. Gonna have it next Monday instead. I know I made the right decision, but I'm just annoyed that I had to do that. This is the really difficult stage for me where if I was a normal person I would be completely better by now, but I'm kind of stuck in this no man's land of being not at my baseline level of illness but not at my bedbound level of illness, so I'm just kind of in the middle. You're not feeling yourself but you're not in survival mode, so you're just kind of lying around being frustrated. Yeah, that's where I am, and I'm pretty sure that this week is going to be mostly that, but hopefully I'll get better each day. I'm going to go to bed. I was awake at 5:30 again this morning with really bad pain, so fingers crossed that doesn't happen tonight. Well, today has been much better. My throat and my glands are still sore, but the pain in my sinuses is much less than it was yesterday. So that's really good. And I actually slept a decent amount last night. I did not wake up at 5:30, so that was really nice. I think that really helped with me feeling better today. And it's been a good day for a number of reasons. The first one is that I had a shower and washed my hair. Always makes it a good day because I feel so much better when I've got clean hair. The second is that I finally sent an email to the cardiologist specialist nurse that I've been talking about doing for weeks now about my medication and whether it's right that my blood pressure is so low, whether it'll go back up naturally or whether I should switch to a different medication, add a new one, etc. So I sent that email. That was really good. I also drafted another email to my Lyme doctor who I've not had any contact with for like months, which is really terrible, I know, but the end of last year was so crazy and just not good that I just wanted to wait until after I'd seen the cardiologist before I spoke to him again, and now that's happened. I want to get things going, maybe kick things up a notch with my Lyme treatment and hopefully get a little bit better. That would be really nice, wouldn't it? The third thing that has been really nice today is that I was able to read for a little bit, and that always just makes me so happy. So feeling much better than I was at this point yesterday. Well, I didn't sleep much last night. I was awake a lot during the night and then pretty much awake from 5 a.m. and on top of that my stomach has been really bad today. My digestive system as a whole hasn't been great the last few days, but today is the worst it's been. I think it's just the after effects of the virus like working its way through my system, affecting all my symptoms, and it's so frustrating and I'm feeling really beaten down by it really, because the few weeks before I got the virus were actually pretty good. You know, I went out a couple of times and my stomach was in a good place, my sleep was better than it had been, and now I just feel like I've gone back to a place where my stomach is terrible and my sleep is terrible, and those two things together are just really difficult to deal with. You can't sleep and you can't eat, so what is there to do, you know? I know that sounds a bit melodramatic, but hopefully you know what I mean. Those two things together make up a large portion of, well, every human day, but mine more than others. And when those two things are disrupted, it really messes with, I was going to say my equilibrium, but I'm not sure I have an equilibrium. So I'll just say, just messes me up basically. I really wanted to have a shower and wash my hair today, and I can't decide whether I should push through this and force myself to do that, or whether I should rest and just not push myself. I don't know, and I don't know how I'm supposed to make the decision, so I'll probably just lie here for the next couple of hours stressing out about it and then end up not having a shower anyway, because that is such a healthy way to do things, isn't it? I did have a shower. I sort of was lying in bed toying with the idea for several hours, as I said I would in the last clip, but eventually I was just like, I think it will make me feel better mentally, so I forced myself to do it, and it was really difficult, and physically it's made me feel even worse, but mentally I do feel better, so that is something. I'm just going to get a really early night now and hope that I sleep better than I did last night. I still did not sleep much at all last night. Woke up at 5:30 and it's not like I was in a lot of pain. It's not like I was feeling really sick. It's not like there should have been anything that was keeping me awake, but I couldn't go back to sleep. I just tossed and turned, and then at 7 I gave up. However, my stomach is better today and I'm not actually feeling as bad as I did yesterday, despite not getting much more sleep, so that's definitely a good thing. And I'm actually going to try and do a bit more filing this afternoon, because remember those 4 piles that I made the last time I told you I was doing filing? Well, they're still there and I really want to put them away properly, so I'm going to try and tackle one of them at least this afternoon. We'll see how it goes. But I think I can do at least one before I run out of energy. Also, I don't know if you can see, but it's snowing again. After a week of spring, the weather gods clearly thought, we need to keep them on their toes, so we're going to send some more snow. It's crazy. So much colder today. I have been so tired today. It wasn't too bad this morning, but this afternoon I've just been utterly exhausted. I did watch a film today though. I watched The Jungle Book. It was the live action version that came out a couple of years ago, and it was so good. I didn't know quite what to expect, much like the Cinderella live action one when I watched it, but it was really good, and they had the 2 most famous songs in there. So that has been something good for today. I'm sure there's other things, but I just can't think of them quite this second. My energy has rallied slightly, as it always does in the evening, and so now it's 8 p.m. and I'm much more awake than I was when I filmed the last clip. I've been feeling pretty down today. The usual loneliness is kind of being compounded by my energy levels being lower. Obviously last week being ill, I haven't really been able to interact with people as much as I would usually. I haven't been downstairs in over 10 days. I think it'll be 2 weeks on Tuesday. So that's a really long time for me to be on one floor and basically in one room, my bedroom. So I'm going to have a real self-care evening. I'm going to do a sheet mask and I'm going to watch the tennis and I'm just going to relax. And hopefully tomorrow I will feel a bit better. Today is the end of another week. This week has been pretty frustrating just because I've been dealing with the after effects of the virus I had. I know I've talked quite a lot about how I find this stage of getting over something the most frustrating part, when I'm so close to being at my baseline but just not quite there. I've actually been thinking about this quite a bit, and I think it's because when I'm acutely ill, when I'm acutely recovering from something, there's a specific thing that's holding me back. There's something to fight, there's something to focus on, and now I'm out of that acute stage and I'm back into the chronic stage, be it chronic illness, chronic fatigue, whatever you want to call it. There is no specific antagonist. It's just me back to the way things used to be, but worse, and that's really difficult for me to deal with mentally, because I don't know for sure that it's going to get any better. I know I probably am. I really bloody hope I am. But I don't know that for sure because I'm in the chronic stage of it. I hope that makes sense, what I've just said, but that is why this week has been so hard and why I'm really looking forward to my therapy session tomorrow. But hopefully next week will be better. I mean, really the only thing that's going to make me feel any better is time, so I'll just have to wait and see. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Bye!